Hey everybody. So I was a wreck, right, on Thursday and yesterday and day before. Now it's time to come back swinging. The best thing that I've decided to do is to go hire a different attorney and get an appeal attorney. My attorney really, unfortunately, didn't focus on the non-economical contribution of Travis, and that's what needs to be focused on. And the judge's lack of concern or lack of some of the evidence is what's actually going to be appealed. And I find out tomorrow I'm going to an appeals attorney. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm already exhausted of funds. Yeah, do I have some things I can sell? Yeah. But what happens if I really do have to sell like everything to pay him? So all I can do is continue to try to share with everybody exactly what happened. And if you look at my video of the day after court, it kind of explains what happened. So I am making a UCare account for some help and support to pay for this next attorney. I'm out of money other than selling in my house. And the issue is, again, I'm not able to refinance it. As you know, I'm a realtor. Most of you know that, which means I'm familiar with finance. When you're self-employed, you have to have 2 solid years of taxes as well as current profit and loss. Due to the divorce and the emotional stress, and if most of you know me, I'm highly intelligent and highly emotional. It's been extremely hard to do marketing and sell myself and try to work. I want to say I've closed 3 deals this year, and I was very successful before that. I have 60 transactions underneath me, which isn't a huge amount like the mega teams, but the point of that is I haven't been able to work. So I'm kind of forced with fight this and appeal it, or I'm forced with selling the house. And a lot of you know me for a while. I've had to move my kids a lot. There's nowhere out here that we can get something or afford something for what the mortgage is. I'm having a hard time finding a way to get that amount of money as well. I wasn't expecting this type of a judgment. I don't want to move, and I don't want to lose a house that I paid for, fought for. I mean, pay the down payment on, everything. Most of you knew that while we were married, he worked 14 months out of 25. The rest of that issue right now is, we got married because he was telling some girl how beautiful she was, and there was already violence prior to being married. He got down on his knees telling me, I love you, I love you, I love you, please, please marry me. I messed up, I want to be with you. I want to put our entire past behind us. I'm not going to hold it over your head anymore. Marriage will be a fresh start. I showed this house that I live in on December 2nd, or excuse me, December, I want to say 3rd. He was texting that girl December 2nd. December 3rd, I had to go to work and show this house. My clients couldn't get it. I did everything I could and to get it. So December 3rd, I showed him this house even though I was angry and didn't know what we were going to do moving forward. December 4th, put an offer in, got my financing in place. December 6th is when he got down on his knees begging. And asked me to just drive to Reno with him and get married. I thought that was going to help. Kind of like, let's have a baby. That'll help, right? All it did was secure his financial position in my life, watching me go from nothing to being successful. That's a tough pill to swallow. Because it didn't stop. The shaming and the guilt from our not so healthy past continued. And I was pushed to choose between him and my kids. And a lot of you don't know that. And I was scared to leave because I was scared of how he would react after the violence in the house. I was scared he was going to come after me for money that I'd worked so hard to keep a roof over my kids' heads. So the other videos that you see are, the violence one is a little bit older. The banging down the door was recent. That was in the new house after married. these are only a few things I got videos of. The bruises are throughout 6 years. So, you know, it is what it is, and I need some help to appeal. So please feel free to, you know, look throughout my page. I'll try to do updates. Like I said, I go tomorrow to the attorney. And, you know, this is just a little snippet of the pain. However, you know, it is 4 days later. I'm trying to pull myself together and figure out how to fight. Most of you continue to say you're so strong, you're so resilient, you've always fought everything, and I'm not sure why I didn't feel that way or see that way in my relationship at all. I felt like it was what I deserved, and it took me months of counseling to decide that wasn't what I deserved. Our relationship put my children at risk of me not having them, and I'm pretty ashamed to go into those details, so I think I'll keep that with my super close friends. And when it came down to getting help so that maybe we could continue, I always see the good in people, and I tell you what gets me in trouble. I spent months waiting for him to try to get help, and those dates were when he left in January. I had a restraining order from December. This was the second one. I told him he needed to leave or we needed counseling. He started getting mad and angry. I got my phone out, started to record. I don't have that video because he came after me. I stuck my phone between my boobs and I laid on the floor, hoping I had got some of it. That man held me down on the ground by putting his feet on my hair. He then went upstairs and started destroying things. I called 911. They're on the phone. He's chest bumping me while I'm on the phone. He looked right in my eyes while I'm on the phone with 911 and said, "I will kill you." Then he spit in my face. Then he left. He was given the restraining order and no ramifications for how he treated me for what made me call it in. And then it was my fault. It's my fault that I called him in. I think that it's awful in Oregon. You don't get to bring in the emotional abuse or why you got married or why you got divorced. And then have a woman do her best. I had to take care of my kids, so I had to make sure things were done. So please help me out. It's a lot for me to ask for. I don't ask for help. I haven't for a long time from anybody. It makes me feel weak. It makes me wonder how much people are going to judge me and what people think of me. So, you know, I gotta, how can I, right? How can I fight? And how I can fight is sharing my story and what happened and how I held everything back and hid everything. I'm not innocent, and I'm not gonna say I am. You know, but I'm half the size. I defended myself the best I could, other than leaving and knowing I deserved better, but that's real hard when it's your house. I had a house 9 years prior to even meeting him, or excuse me, I had my own house from my other ex-husband that I had, you know, been able to keep and pay for. And it was really, and then in this house too, I felt that it was me and my kids. So it was very tough to pick up us and go try to find a place to stay when I had a house, each location. So I hope you guys can keep up with some of the story and visit the You Caring account, and I'll try to share updates as they go. And if you want to help me fight the appeals, then you can do a donation. Otherwise, you know, I'll figure out some way. And then if I still lose, you know, what do I have to lose? He was granted $46,000. I'm probably going to have to pay $10,000 for an appeals person. But what do I have to lose? If I can come up with 46, I can come up with 56, right? I don't know if I can change the judicial system or if I can change the world, but I can at least maybe help another person that might be stuck in the same pattern. I'm going to try not to remain a victim and try to put my big girl panties up and keep moving forward, and that's all I can do. And I'm kind of asking some people to help me pick myself off the ground and help me be strong, because that's the support I need right now. So thanks everybody, I appreciate it, and I'll keep you posted.